Welcome, everybody. This is the Pretzel Podcast. Today we are going to be ranking the best French fries. We have 7 contenders on our list. Say hello.
Hello.
This is my friend who will be on the podcast today. We're either running this together or we might invite people on. But without anything else, let's go into the list. So we have McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Arby's, Five Guys, Popeyes, Wendy's, and Shake Shack. And I'm not even going to lie. I'm not putting McDonald's in first on this list. I know McDonald's is considered the king of fries, but Shake Shack is on top of that.
See, I can't argue with that because I've never had Shake Shack. But I know you're a pretty good food guy.
Yeah.
So
you can tell when you look at me.
He's not fat. But I've had Steak and Shake. I've heard Steak and Shake and Shake Shack are similar.
Yeah.
So according to
it's the seasoning on the fries. They have the seasoning is really good.
But I don't know. I've never had Shake Shack. I had to put Shake Shack in third because you just say it's good.
That's not on a fair ranking. So, want to take Shake Shack off the list, possibly?
I mean,
just because you've never had it?
Yeah, I've never had Popeyes either.
So we can take off Popeyes and Shake Shack. I apologize if that's one of you guys' favorite fries, but just get out of here.
You can.
We don't care.
Leave a comment.
Yeah, just leave a comment. We're probably
leave a comment on your personal ranking, which you would say.
So we have McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Arby's, Five Guys, and Wendy's.
5 contenders.
Out of this list, I'd put McDonald's on top.
A lot of people are going to hate me for this, but I say Wendy's number 1.
Why Wendy's?
Well, I get there's a lot of debate. McDonald's has more salt. Wendy's is more crunchy. Me, I'm a textures guy. I like flavors, but textures are important role to the food I like. And Wendy's has the perfect crunch for me. That's why I got to put it number 1.
So you're on your list. You're doing number 1 as Wendy's?
Yep.
Wow. You see, the thing about Wendy's, though, is I really don't like it because it's something about the way it just sucks the moisture out of my mouth.
What?
Maybe it's just my mouth, but it sucks the moisture right out.
Okay.
That didn't sound right, did it?
No.
Whoa. On my list, McDonald's is going first.
I would put McDonald's second for me.
And then I guess our lists are kind of a little inversed because I'm putting McDonald's in first, and then I'm probably going to put Wendy's in second.
Yeah.
And now third place is tied between Chick-fil-A, Arby's, and Five Guys.
Five Guys is pretty similar to Wendy's, but it's like I like spice, but I have a feeling Five Guys they put a lot of seasoning on that.
Well, I think Chick-fil-A is a very underrated fry.
Yes.
I would put Chick-fil-A, honestly, in third place for my list.
They're never soggy. They always got a good amount of salt. I feel, and they got good customer service. Like, I always think my pleasure and all that. They're just friendly people. I've been to a lot of Chick-fil-A's. I've had family members who work at Chick-fil-A. And
let me go turn down the TV. Nobody is getting arrested.
Yeah, we're not being spotted.
Yeah. Entertain them.
Okay. But I gotta put Chick-fil-A in third. Five Guys is gonna be. I'll wait for Joe, but Chick-fil-A is gonna be a third for me.
I am back.
Chick-fil-A, it's like they got the perfect recipe for fries. It's like they thought what their customers wanted, because they always just want to please their customers. That's why they're one of the number 1 restaurants in America.
So on my list right now, I probably have first to last McDonald's, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A. Probably after that, I'm putting Five Guys then Arby's. I'm sorry.
I love Arby's curly fries.
I'm sorry, but I've never been a fan. Y'all might hate.
I've been to Arby's twice, and each time those fries, I mean, like, they're just fries. Like, they're not really special or anything. It's like they taste like any curly fry. Like, really, what it Arby's fries really are to me is just like, there's frozen fries you get at Walmart. That's literally all it is to me. So I'm gonna have to put Five Guys and Arby's. So my list is Wendy's, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Five Guys, Arby's. Now, I did say earlier, Five Guys, they do over-season their fries, in my opinion. But sometimes that could be good. It depends on the day. And I would have it for lunch, but for dinner, their dinner menu, I would not have those fries with it.
Yeah. Well, now that we have our lists, I guess we can just read them out. My list, first place goes to McDonald's, second, Wendy's, third, Chick-fil-A, fourth, Five Guys, and fifth, Arby's.
So we pretty much agreed on everything but McDonald's and Wendy's.
Yeah.
So it's a... So, anyway.
Now on to more pressing matters.
Pressing?
What do you think about Donald Trump? No, I'm playing.
We're not going to get political. We're going to get canceled.
I'm playing with. We cannot be talking about this online. We're going to get doxxed. No matter what we say. It's 4th of July. We should have started off with that. Happy 4th of July, guys.
Yep.
Y'all listening, if you are somehow listening from another country, congratulations. You found us. So.
And if you're living in America, God bless America. And our friend Joe has a channel.
Yeah, that's where this is probably going.
So
subscribe and like the video.
Yeah, but we just there'll probably be a video pretty near time of this, but we made our own 4th of July drink, and it's an apple pie flavored drink.
So a little bit ago, right before midnight, because we're recording this around 1 a.m. and a little bit around 11, we had made a drink. And
we had no idea how we got this idea from.
It was just a random idea.
We got up. We were having a Coke Zero, and he was like, I want to make a drink. And I was like, do you have a carbonated? He's like, nah, but I got an idea. So we just start throwing things together, and it turned out beautiful.
So what we basically did is we took some water, and then we added a cinnamon stick that we broke in half. We chopped up.
Cut up apples.
Yeah, we cut up an apple and tossed it in, and then we we just added, I think, a little corn syrup and sugar. Then we boiled that while stirring.
And sweetener, artificial sweetener.
Yeah, we added some We added some artificial sweeteners, and then after boiling that for a bit, we simmered until it was all added in the flavor as much as we could, but we were a little impatient. We didn't simmer for long, maybe 30 minutes. And then we poured that in a bowl, and we forgot to let it cool. So while I was pouring the bowl, I realized that while I was pouring it into the other bowl.
Okay, don't spoil it. You'll have to see it in the video.
Well, I don't know if I'm releasing the video, but I'm gonna release, maybe at the end of this video I'll show you a clip of the drink or something. But it burnt my hand.
Yeah.
And
we're not the brightest.
Cause we'd strained it, and then after straining, we'd put it in a we had added some artificial apple. Hey, what's wrong with my words, bro? Apple flavoring.
If you want it to be an American drink, you can't forget the red 40.
Yeah, so we added some apple flavoring. We have some of this stuff I use. I make homemade candies too. So after adding that flavoring, we added some red food dye and mixed that in. Then it was after we had let it cool for a bit so that we could control the flavor a little better. And we added lemon juice to it when we were boiling it. We didn't have any citric acid. Well, other than that, we put it in this bottle that I got from Hobby Lobby, and now it's in the fridge right now. So, any more topics you want to go over?
Get a big party tomorrow.
Yeah.
Excited for that, but there's not much going on this morning. Just friends and family kind of thing. But
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. So
I hope there's food there.
There's definitely going to be
I'm
food
a pretty
there.
big food guy, if you couldn't tell.
I hope that same lady, if she comes, I hope they bring those jalapeno poppers again.
Let me go grab a drink of water. I'll be right back.
Can you give me one too?
Yeah.
But we've been getting some pretty nice weather lately. Been warm, humid, mosquitoes. Me and Joe tried to go on a walk earlier, and the second we stepped outside, mosquitoes were all over us. We tried to go on this trail, ran into spider webs like 20 times. It was a good idea, but failed.
Another thing is I've been picking up guitar a bit recently. You can ask Kyler. Kind of sounds like a dying animal, but
He's better than me. I'll say that. Well, I'm trying to learn instruments because we're trying to do a thing with our church and all that.
So basically, I've been playing guitar for a bit. I'm just studying some of the theory and chord progressions, and Kyler can sing.
Yeah.
And basically, we're trying to start up a small band. We're going to get a drummer at some point, and I think we have somebody that can play piano for us. But it's a really good experience. Yeah.
And we're trying to open up all opportunities. Speaking of all of our opportunities, what about weather and your science? We're really into science and all the different sciences, but it's all interesting. It's all stuff we can enjoy.
Yes. So, speaking of science and your weather knowledge, mind to explain anything that you're into with weather to the people listening?
Well, I'm really into tornadoes and anything involved with wind.
Yeah.
So, clouds, jet currents, hurricanes, tornadoes, derechos, all of that stuff. And if you haven't heard the word derecho, what it is, it's just strong straight line winds and pretty dangerous. Probably worse than a tornado, I would say. So, most of them happen up north near Canada, where there's a lot of flat land and all that. But also, climate change. Illinois usually, annually, every year, only has around 52 tornadoes per year. Halfway through the year, Illinois has already had over 200 tornadoes.
Wow.
So this climate change is moving Tornado Alley. Tornadoes are getting more strong north and stuff, so the south is seeing less tornadoes. Oklahoma has only seen...
I read something on that. It said they're traveling north and east.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why it's happening?
The heat. So, like, it's getting hotter in areas. So, up north, it's getting warmer, more moist up there. And because it's so close to the cold north, it gets stronger. Because there's less distance for the air to travel, you know? And, but as I was saying, Oklahoma has only had, like 30 confirmed tornadoes this year. So
really,
it's sad because I liked living in Tornado Alley and seeing all this stuff, but might as well just have to move in my future whenever I can get closer to this stuff. But not saying that it won't happen here. There's been tornadoes on Mount Everest, so anything can happen. But and then that's pretty much all I can think of right now. It's all pretty interesting stuff.
In the future, is there anything that you'd like to make with me? Like, we made that drink today. Is there anything else you'd like to make? We could make candy someday.
Yeah, I'd be up to anything we can. Do you know the YouTube channel Hang Time?
I do not.
It's an ex college football player and a Christian athlete, and he plays a lot. Well, he doesn't play football anymore. But now he like ranks water parks and like a bunch of stuff like trains, cruise ships, all that stuff. Kind of like a Ryan Trahan.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, him and Ryan Trahan are friends. But he does this thing where he mixes a bunch of candy into one.
Yes.
To make his own candy.
That's something I've always wanted to do. I used to watch those videos like that when I was like, I guess like 10 and stuff. I'd watch a bunch of videos of people mixing their candies or sodas and stuff in those like baby pool things. Yeah. And then I'd be like, oh, that's awesome. I want to do that.
He doesn't put them in baby pools.
Well, there's these
kitty
twins.
Pools.
Yeah, like kiddie pools. Yeah, that's what you call them.
Yeah, but what he does, he just like mixes it all together, evenly proportioned, and like bakes it and all that. I don't know. You should check him out. Subscribe to him. I mean, like, he's a pretty cool dude. But I like him, but I don't think there's no purpose in shouting him out right now because he has like 72.5 thousand subscribers. So
yeah. Well, you can make us have like 7 billion subscribers, guys.
Yeah. Subscribe. We need all the support. We just live in the middle of nowhere.
Because this is going to be more like marketed as a background noise video, kind of, probably. That's what I was thinking. Like something people can just listen to falling asleep.
I would fall asleep to people just talking about anything.
Yeah. This thing. If you could play any instrument as a master at that instrument, what instrument would you choose?
That's hard. I really like guitar. I'd want to play just about anything.
You'd want to master guitar?
Yeah, but I'd also want to master piano.
Piano?
Yeah, because at the church camp that I was talking about, that kid, he played piano really good.
Yes.
And he'd get a bunch of girls to asking him.
You see, I've never got that because I play multiple instruments. And I play piano, I play guitar, I play saxophone. But honestly, it's probably because like I don't go around flaunting that I play guitar and piano. I just kind of
it's personal hobby.
Yeah, I mean, I could like play guitar. I could go like,
But I feel like
a guitar player. Yeah.
I feel like I would want to be better at my vocals.
Vocals?
Yeah.
Well, one important thing whenever it comes to singing that I've seen that you need to gain, you should break out of your shell a bit. You kind of I see that you have a lot of stage fright.
Yeah.
And that's something that I understand that. I mean, I'd hate to sing in front of people. I have the voice of a dying dog, so
I also want to like work on octaves, because I can only sing mid-range, Yeah. I can sing a little high, but but I've seen a lot of talented singers online.
Yeah.
But me, it's just something that like I just started singing one day and it's like, I like this.
Yeah, I've always wanted to sing. Like, I'll sing to myself when I'm listening to music and stuff, but I've never had the voice to like sing in front of people. I'm not that type of person.
The main reason why I got good at singing is because I hear a lot of people like bad at singing, so I'd want to like kind of like shut them down, like not in a bad way, but like.
Well, that's kind of mean still. I mean, just let them sing if they want to sing.
I know. Like,
such a rude person.
But I've been complimented on it. So. But then also.
I like being rude to people, but the way I'm rude to people, I've been complimented on.
Being rude to people, let's talk about the people at our school.
Hey, I'm not rude to people at school. People like me. People respect me.
You should. I wish this was recording. You should have seen my face.
Yeah. At school, I'd say I'm a pretty
No,
respected guy.
no, you're not. Only to the teacher.
This-
You, whenever some of those kids start talking to you, you're like, anyway, but it's 1:09 a.m.
It is. To all the people out here, if you're somehow listening to this, I doubt this is going to get any listens, but I'm just putting this out into the void probably. If you're the one person listening this far somehow, please comment. Like, I really like seeing support from people letting me know that my content's actually working. Like, I really want to hear some stuff from my audience if I even have one, because, even a single comment helps and goes so far with my day. And like my uploading gets so much more hands-on because I feel a lot more connected to the stuff I'm doing. But even if nobody listens to this, I mean, I hope that it builds into something in the future. Yeah.
Everybody's got to start somewhere.
Yeah. And, I've been doing YouTube like 2
where did
years.
Mr. B start?
I've been doing YouTube like 2 years, but it's been mostly random stuff. I never had a specific thing that I was good at, a specific niche. But, I've been trying to figure out stuff. I might do this podcast thing. Who knows?
Like we're young. We're still figuring out what we want to do with our lives.
Yeah.
But I feel like the more and more we reach out with stuff and,
yes,
like I said, open up our opportunities, the more we do that, the more focused we are in our life, The longer we live, the more narrow our path gets,
Yeah.
And in a good way, You could see where you're going. The wider the path, it's like you got room for stuff, right?
Yeah.
And the more you go, you're narrowing that path to one thing that you want to focus your life onto.
Like, I have multiple outlets for myself, my instruments, and science that I study. This podcast we're doing, making videos, and I just want to figure out one day. I want to stick with something, and there's a lot of stuff that I can choose right now. And would you rather be a jack of all trades or a master of one? Like, what would I'd rather master one thing, but right now I'm more of a jack of all trades. But being a jack of all trades, like people say, you're a master of none. You're not. You can't master anything if you have all of them.
Yeah.
So either it's guitar or content creation. I want to really lock in on it at some point. That's why my upload schedule is so bad. I really have no idea what I'm gonna do right now.
Yeah. But that was pretty good.
Philosophy.
Yeah.
Oh,
so we start talking about French fries, and we start talking about where we want to go with our lives.
Speaking of philosophy, I actually got into philosophy at one point. Actually, so I was 13, and I was looking. I was playing, what was it? Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I think it's Odyssey.
I've played Assassin's Creed just for the tiniest bit, and it's a fun game.
Well, Odyssey, you're playing in this past, and like most games in Assassin's Creed, you're playing in the past.
Yeah.
But you're in this thing, and then there's philosophers talking to you, and I was like, well, that's really interesting. So I got into it. I actually wrote an essay on philosophy, and it has over 200 reads on it right now.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm not going to say the name of it because I don't want it to get connected to me, just in case. I don't know. I might put it out there one day. If you're reading this and you want to ask for it, I might put it out there. But
yeah, you'd have to comment. We gotta. We're not gonna put it out just for nobody to hear.
I had an account on this one website where you can post stuff. It's kind of like a news website, and I was writing philosophy, and I just write how my feelings were, and that was a really good outlet for me processing my emotions at that time.
Yeah, that's especially for our age and the generation. Yeah. We need more ways to express ourselves.
And like, I may still be young. I said when I was 13, like that was a long time ago. I'm only like 15 now, and I just want to be mature for my age, because a lot of people my age are focusing on material things like money. Nobody really focuses on stuff that's going to last, like setting yourself up for the future, right?
Yeah, and we're still kids and
Yeah.
stuff, and parents are always telling us like you're only a kid for so long, but we're kind of in between now. Like we can still act like kids, but we also need
We need to grow up a bit.
Yeah, because it's like it's a different type of child.
Yeah, and going into like school and stuff. It's summer right now, but I'm going into high school, and then I'm in high school, and high school. Yeah, we're in high school, and high school stuff. It's a lot more stressful. Like football. Take that for an example. I play football, and I'm a lineman. Yeah.
We get more classes, less break times and stuff, more homework.
I'm taking all advanced classes, every AP class I can get. Our school doesn't provide a bunch of AP classes. All we have is a single AP class, but I'm still in every other advanced class. And
we got CTs.
Yeah. I'm in medical theory, and it's a lot of stress. And then football, that's another layer of stress. If you've ever played a sport, I don't know if it's just me, but the stress before a game is unreal. Or track. I do track. I run the 800. And before a track meet, the feeling in your chest, it's insane.
Everyone's like depending on you.
And the stress, I can't get over it, and that's one of the things that like holds me back, and I haven't been getting much out of it. I even thought about leaving athletics at one point, but I want to maintain my physique because that's one of the main reasons I am in athletics. And I'm not an athletic guy naturally. I just like working out, I guess. And I'd like to go to a gym, but I don't really have that much of an access to a gym right now, and I feel like I'm stuck right now, but once I have access to a gym, I'm probably going to drop athletics.
And things will get easier as we get more responsible with our own selves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel if I could leave athletics and do something that's more like me or more like my future, like FFA or something, that'd be a lot more engaging, and I feel that'd be something I'd want to do more. But the main thing that holds me back, like I said, is my physique. I naturally have the genetics of getting bigger, and I don't want to get like overweight. I know I have to diet and watch what I eat, but working out helps a lot with that because I'm a foodie too. I like food, and if I quit athletics and keep eating the way I do, I'm gonna get fat. And I'm gonna lose my muscle, and that's something that I know for sure. Maybe I need more discipline in that area. I'm not sure, but time will tell.
I feel like I feel like most of it is just like wanting to be somebody that we're not. Like people judging us,
Yeah.
And like you said during track, it's like most of my stress comes from like what are people going to think of me if something happens? Like, so I just try my best, and I don't know where I was going with this, but I feel like basically what you're talking about. So doing something that I love, it's like not wanting to be somebody else because it's like what our parents want us to do, or like what somebody else is doing, like the most popular thing. Like I want to be who I want to be. I want to do what I want to do when I grow up. And you pretty much said it all. I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
But.
And outside of school, like I'd want to bloom as a person, really, and I feel balancing a lot of things right now in life that causes a lot of stress, trying to balance home life and school life.
The personal things that not even we as friends even know about.
Yeah.
It's like that's on our minds, and like it can't go away. So it's like,
and I feel like a lot of the environment we have to avoid, like a lot of the students at school that try to interfere with our life outside of school. We don't need that because some of them have a really bad energy about them. Like they try and do bad things. And I feel we should avoid people like that because things like that are what ruins our future.
And it's not about being cool. It's about being smart.
Yes.
And me personally, you personally have been set up like that a lot. And it's tempting. I do gotta say it's tempting, but
Mm-hmm.
there's you gotta do
Yeah.
the right thing for the greater good.
Well, a lot of my old friends, they turned into snakes. A lot of them,
Yeah.
they were talking behind my back, and they were saying all this to me. And then I got sidetracked, and I did things I regret now. And I've moved on from that though, and it's just that I really regret being around the wrong people because I could have advanced so much more if I spent time on myself. So I kind of cut myself off for them for a bit. It was
Yeah.
like maybe 2, 3, 4 months maybe I went without anybody, like even without talking to you. You might have thought that I was talking to people and people are still talking about me and talking behind my back, but I didn't even have anybody to talk to. So I'd go home, just be myself, and that was honestly kind of depressing because I didn't know who to talk to really about it. But luckily, Mhm.
my stepmom was telling me before.
Yeah.
Because I was telling her all the things going on in school.
Mhm.
And like, a lot of people want to brag that they have more friends than you. You don't really need a lot of friends. You need the more friends you have, the less it's like it's not as easy to like feel trust. But if you have one or two friends or like just a small friend group, it's like you can trust each other because it's just y'all.
Yeah.
Like always bonding and all that. So
and I lost even my friend group at that point, but luckily I'm connecting with you again, and I feel when I was by myself I grew as a person a lot and I changed a lot. Even I think you saw that, like whenever you started talking to me again, I've completely changed the way I message, the way I talk, the way I humble myself.
The stuff you say to people.
I've completely worked on myself a lot. I'm sure you could never imagine yourself sitting at a table with me recording a podcast at some point. Like whenever, even 5 months ago, you couldn't imagine that.
The old you would be like, that's weird.
Yeah, I'd be making fun of this.
Yeah.
I'd be calling this weird and stupid.
Yeah, but like you've been telling me last time I was at your house, the entire time you're telling me normal is weird. Weird is cool.
Mm-hmm. So, if you're being normal, like normal doesn't really exist, because if normal becomes a thing, then being normal is kind of weird. I mean, think of it. There's always
there's like normal doesn't normal's not even a concept. Like what is normal? Like you pick one person that's normal, like it's not how it works.
From everyone.
Yeah.
Everybody is different from other people.
Yeah.
But what I mean by being weird is by being interested in things.
Yeah, being yourself.
A lot of people clown on people for being interested in things, having self-interest. They say, bro, why you try too hard or stuff like that. I've gotten that a lot. You try too hard.
The kids at our schools that like Smash Bros and all that. Literally
2 days ago, I was talking to one of my old friends, and I forgot what I was talking to him about. He'd asked me something, and then I was talking about, I heard they were talking behind my back, and I said, and then I asked him what the other friend was saying behind my back, and he was talking about how I try too hard at everything. And I get, like, being a try-hard, that's a little annoying.
Yeah.
But, like, it's another thing to clown on people's hobbies just because they try at it. Like, if I try at playing piano.
If you don't try hard at something, you're not achieving anything.
Yes. And people are going to make fun of you if you're trying at something or if you're doing something unique. But one thing you have to know is you have to keep pushing through that hate, because everybody's going to have something to say.
And I think most of this change has came through social media, for sure, because it's like trends and looks. They get jealous and want to be other people. Jealousy is a sin.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's like changed the way people think. They get self-conscious and all that. And it's like, just like forget about it. Throw all that stuff away. Just be yourself. Like who you are is unique. You know, it's like no one like you. It's like you're special.
Yeah. And I feel being different in a group of people always comes with some hate. I remember this year I was student council president, and I was in a group of kids that weren't very similar to me. They were more popular kids and stuff. And then
I hated
yes.
Whenever they were.
Well, I was in band, and I was the only one that was in band in that group. And then they'd announce the meetings during our first. They'd announce our meetings during the first little bit of time. Like, we have our separation periods where we can do our stuff, and during our first separation period, we have I had band. All the people in band would be in there, and because the band hall is so loud, you can't hear anything over the intercoms. Whatever they called for student council meetings, I couldn't hear it, and then they'd get mad at me for missing meetings, and they wouldn't come and get me. And then the other members of student council, would hate on me for that, and they'd even clown on me, or they'd say things about me, and they'd be rude to me. Like, I remember one time I asked about something that happened at one of the meetings, and then they said, should have been at the meeting. Like, of course I want to be at the meetings. I wouldn't have signed up for student council if I didn't want to be at the meetings. But one thing they should have understood is I have other responsibilities other than being popular.
I do not like those kids.
It's like, and yeah,
they pick those kids because they're popular. It's like, give people that care about it a chance, you know.
And I mean, who knows what's going on in their life and stuff like that. And I mean, I respect those kids. I respect their drive and stuff, but at the same time, they should humble themselves to know that other people have problems too, and other people have responsibilities, and you should understand people. And I remember this exact moment. It crushed me whenever I was talking about something at a meeting, and I was trying so hard. I was making posters for this event that we had planned, and I was making plans for it. I was helping out. I was asking to help, but the entire time, they avoided talking to me about it. They avoided me entirely. And then I remember being at the meeting, and none of them talked to me. They had stuff that they'd planned, and they barely even talked to me about it. And that really makes you feel like you don't belong there. But want to know something? Even if you get that feeling, just know that you are there because you put yourself there. So you need to keep pushing. And if you didn't put yourself there, say you somehow got in student council just because, I don't know, however your school does it, and if you got put in a situation that everybody doesn't, and maybe people hate on you because you got there without even trying, try. I mean, there's no point in not trying. Sure, you might think it looks cool, but it's really not cool. Not whenever you don't try. That's not cool. You should try, even though it might not be cool by modern standards or just people. I mean, you're not going to go anywhere in life if you're not trying.
Then I don't know why those kids do that. Mm-hmm. It's so frustrating because it's happened to me. It's happened. I've seen it happen to other kids, and it's like at church camp. There's this one kid. People didn't like to be around him because he usually doesn't get much social interaction. The stuff he's interested in. So it's like I tried to be as kind to him as I can. Mm-hmm. I was trying to talk to him, trying to hang out with him, and I almost broke down this one time because he looked so lonely, and it's so bad because everybody was hanging out with friends. I was looking around, everybody was with friends, talking to people, having a good time, and there he was just in the middle of the walk path looking around. So I walked up to him. I said, "Hey, come hang out with me." It's how happy he looked just to be talking to somebody, and it really hurts me whenever somebody gets ignored just because of the way they act and how they are treated outside of like the event that you're at. Because I was at church camp, you really don't know what people are going through. So I try to be as kind to other people as I can, and it's hard as a Christ believer because there's some people that I just cannot tolerate. But then I think about my life, what I've gone through, how I can change it, because in the Bible it's always like I ask myself, what's my purpose? That's a commonly asked question. And in the Bible, your purpose is to spread God's word, and you can spread His word anyway. An act of kindness, speaking the word itself, and so I try to embrace that as much as I can.
Something I actually learned recently about the Bible. Do you know what a sin is?
Most people. Okay, on that, most people would say a sin is anything bad or bad written in the Bible, but there's much more to a sin than just that.
What defines, like, a lot of people don't realize, like, they think it's something bad that they think is bad, but it's anything that breaks the law in the Bible.
There's hundreds of sins written in the Bible.
The law, have you heard of the law?
The law.
It's in the Bible. It's the law in the Bible. You have the moral law. Anything that breaks the law in the Bible, that would be a sin. But a lot of people just think a sin's whatever they think is bad, and that's really crazy to me, because a lot of people just don't read their Bible, so they have their own interpretation of God that's completely just different than what's in the Bible, because a lot of people are very confused about it, and you could ask them basic questions like that. What is a sin? And they wouldn't know.
Whenever I was very little, I was still in 3rd grade, and they were talking about religions in school, and they mentioned God, and that's the only one that stuck out to me. They were talking about a bunch of other people, and they talked about God, and I didn't know who He was or what it was, and I tried to understand it, but I was so confused, I had no idea. It was the weirdest feeling. Being without God is the weirdest feeling. And, but that was the only one that stuck out to me, and that just proves that, like, God's real. And it's like, because He touched a special place in your heart, even if you don't know Him. And, growing up, He's been more a part of my life, and to some people who don't believe, I just sound crazy, but once you really start to feel His presence and start to feel His love, is the best way to live. And I preached at my church once, because we didn't have a pastor, so they were letting anybody preach, and so
anybody. Yeah, that's kind of risky. I feel like, if you because a lot of people can preaching.
No, in our church.
I know, but like in the church, even there are people that don't. They say they know God, but they don't understand it, or they don't know that God loves them. Like, people can think they know that God loves them, but a lot of people don't actually believe God loves them, which you need to believe. And a lot of people have false understandings of the Bible, and I feel even if it's people in the church, there's a lot, like there's a lot of division among the church, or people that have believe different things or hate things that they shouldn't. Or I feel it's very risky, because that's a very important job, and if you lead people astray from God, that's worse than not. That's awful if you lead somebody astray from God, and I feel that's just a very risky thing to let anybody preach at your church.
There's a bunch of old people. They've been in the religion for so long.
Well, even people that been in the religion.
It was whenever. But what I was saying is, like, He makes you feel so good, and my entire sermon was about doubt and defeating that doubt, and the doubt will come sometimes in some moments, but it's like you always gotta. I'm trying to remember my sermon, but there's just something in you that you just gotta fight back that doubt. And I was talking, and
what do you mean?
Not a lot of people will agree.
You're talking about you fighting. Well, you
fighting against the doubt. The doubt is,
you can't do it on your own, though.
I know, but fighting against the doubt, it's Satan trying to lead you on the wrong path, is what I believe. But not a lot of people will agree with what I'm about to say. But during my sermon, I had said, because all they were trying to do is get a kid's perspective of the religion, and what I said was, even in the end, because we never know, we just gotta believe, okay? But in the end, if some way, and I don't believe it won't be, if some way it's not real, at least what we believed in made us live a happy life. It made us be a good person to other people. So, but I know not a lot of people will agree with me with that, but that's just the way I think of it.
I feel, I hope that you weren't saying it like that, but if you were, a lot of people don't realize this. You can't save yourself, and you can't do anything apart from God. You can't even quit. You can't even, you never can stop sinning. You can't even quit something or something that's chaining you apart from God. You can't free yourself from the doubt apart from God. And you said free something in you that frees yourself from doubt. I don't feel
No, but I didn't have to say free. Fight against it.
Well, you can fight against the doubt, but the thing that's really fighting against the doubt is God. And anytime you're doubting something, you should pray, because I mean, you see, you can't do anything apart from God, and God is the only person that can do that for you. So anytime you're doubting, or anytime you're being troubled by a sin, or feel like you're being tested, pray, because He's the only one that can do anything for you. You can't do anything for yourself. You're just a person. You are a sinner. You know the punishment for any sin is death.
Yes.
That even a single sin, it's death. That's your punishment. But Jesus died on the cross and forgave us of our sins. And the only way we can help ourselves is by God. We can't help ourselves. We can't. I said that wrong. There's no way to help ourselves. God is the only one that can help us. And we are running a little bit low on time. So do you have anything else you want to say before?
All I gotta say, happy 4th of July, and follow the right path. Don't do anything dumb, and Jesus is the way.
Well, that was the and we call it like the Pretzel Podcast. Yeah.
The Pretzel Podcast.
Yeah. So that's the end of our podcast. If you want anything else, please comment. Like I was talking about earlier, please comment
any topic that you want us to talk about,
and like and subscribe. And
just comment, share
any ideas you want us to go over, any comments on anything, just tell us. Don't be afraid.
Show people the channel, show people the videos, spread the channel wherever you can. So.
And I want to thank you if you did listen to the end. I want to thank you so much for listening to the end, so much. And do you have anything? Well, that was a Pretzel Podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.